The journey of the messenger of Allah to Ta'if. After Allah the Almighty declared him his prophet, the messenger of Allah spent 9 years delivering the sacred message entrusted to him by Allah. With patience and wisdom, he guided his people and called them to the truth. Except for a few who accepted Islam or sympathized with him, the majority of the Meccans opposed, mocked, and persecuted him and his companions. The Prophet's uncle, Abu Talib, though he never embraced Islam, was a kind and noble man who constantly protected and supported him. But after Abu Talib passed away, the Quraysh began to openly resist the spread of Islam. They intensified their oppression of Muslims, causing them great harm without fear or shame. At that time, the Messenger of Allah decided to travel to Ta'if, a city comparable in size and importance to Hijaz. In Ta'if lived one of the strongest and most influential Arab tribes, Banu Thaqif. The Prophet Hugh went there hoping they would accept Islam, support the believers, and help the message of Islam spread further beyond Mecca. Upon arriving in Ta'if, he met the three leaders of the tribe of Banu Thaqif separately. He told each of them about the revelation sent by Allah, called them to monotheism, and invited them to support his divine mission. However, instead of the hospitality and respect traditionally shown among Arabs, they treated him with arrogance and cruelty. They openly declared that they did not want him in their city. The Prophet Yu had expected at least a courteous and civil discussion from such noblemen, but instead he heard only mockery and insults. One of them said mockingly, "Has Allah really sent you?" Another said sarcastically, "Did Allah not find anyone else but you?" And the third said, "By Allah, I will never speak to you. If you are truly a prophet, your rank is too high for me to speak to you. But if you are lying against Allah, then you are not worthy of my words." After these humiliating words, the messenger of Allah, though deeply hurt, remained steadfast and calm. He did not lose spirit. Instead, he turned to the common people of the city, hoping that at least some of them would listen. But no one wished to hear his message. On the contrary, the townspeople demanded that he leave their city. When he decided to depart, they would not allow him to go in peace. They set their slaves and children after him, who shouted, jeered, and pelted him with stones. They stoned him so viciously that his body was covered in blood and his sandals filled with it. In such a painful and heartbreaking condition, he left the city of Ta'if. When he had gone far enough to be safe from their attacks, he stopped, raised his hands, and made a heartfelt supplication to Allah, a prayer of humility and submission. The supplication of the Prophet Ya. Allahumma ilayka ashku du'fa quwwati wa qilata hilati wa hawani ala nasi. Translation: O Allah, to you alone I complain of my weakness, my lack of ability, and the humiliation I suffer from people. O most merciful of the merciful, you are the Lord of the weak, and you are my Lord. To whom have you left me? To a distant person who will mistreat me, or to an enemy to whom you have given power over me? If you are not angry with me, then I care not for what befalls me, yet your mercy is more expansive for me. I seek refuge in the light of your face, which illuminates the darkness and sets right the affairs of this world and the hereafter, from ever incurring your wrath or displeasure. To you belongs all praise until you are pleased. There is no power and no might except through you. After this humble supplication, Allah accepted his prayer. Then the angel Jibril Gabriel appeared before the messenger of Allah and said, O messenger of Allah, Allah knows all that has happened between you and these people. He has sent the angel of the mountains to obey your command. Then Jibril brought the angel who was in charge of the mountains. The angel greeted the Prophet G and said, O messenger of Allah, I am at your service. If you wish, I will crush these two mountains together and destroy the entire city of Ta'if and its people. Or you may choose any other punishment for them. But the merciful and noble Prophet G replied, No. Even if they have not accepted Islam, I hope that from among their descendants will come those who will worship Allah and serve his cause. A lesson for us. Such was the response of the Messenger of Allah, the one we call our teacher, our guide, and our prophet. We, on the other hand, often become angry and vengeful over the smallest offense or insult, holding grudges for years and wishing harm upon others. Yet, despite the cruelty and suffering inflicted upon him, the Prophet Guy did not curse his enemies, nor did he seek revenge, even though he had every right to do so. He showed mercy, patience, forgiveness, and noble character. He demonstrated to the entire world that true strength lies not in revenge, but in compassion. Such is the example of the Messenger of Allah, in an example of kindness, patience, and greatness of heart.